Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog Nice coming at you with a quick update. Well, maybe this will be about 30 minutes, but this is me just ripping the video of the Fan First Hasbro Pulse presentation. Wrapped up here maybe like 20 minutes ago. It was supposed to be from 11 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Time, but I'm missing about maybe 2 to 5 minutes from the beginning here. But Ryan doesn't really get into the nitty gritty until maybe like 3 minutes in. So yeah, check this out and then I'll be back with my commentary.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
All right, and then after the Legends 6-inch Sentinel in 2005, when Hasbro started partnering with Marvel to make toys, and before the 6-inch Legends business really exploded, it was all about the 3 3/4 Marvel Universe Sentinel, and Dwight and team designed that one as well.
Yeah, and Jesse, one day you're going to have to tell me what the deco count was on your Build-A-Figure Sentinel, because that's one of the most insanely painted action figures I've ever seen. And I'm sure it's well into the multiple of hundreds for deco on that thing. It's crazy. All right, but yeah, jumping over to some Hasbro era stuff. Actually, there's one more too, Ryan. I found going through my office this week. We made a really adorable for the world's cutest Sentinel for the superheroes line. So this is actually one of my favorite toy lines that I've worked on in the Marvel days at Hasbro. So, but going from there, we wanted something bigger, and one of my teammates worked on a Marvel Universe 3 3/4 Sentinel that was debuted at Comic-Con. I believe that was a Joe Quesada original piece of art that he created for us, and it was massive. It was on a giant in-scale blister card for the Sentinel. I don't have that box here because it would be as large as I am. The thing was quite impressive. But after the Comic-Con version came out, we had this guy, which was the same figure redecoed for the main line. And then, and it worked great for our 3 3/4 line. And this was about the same scale as Jesse's Toy Biz Build-A-Figure. This one had electronics in his chest. It had voice commentary. It had LEDs in his eyes. And we later took that same design and redecoed it just, 2 years ago? Oh, thanks, Ron. 2 years ago, 2018. And that was this guy. That was for Amazon. And this version came with a Days of Future Past inspired Logan-type figure. And it was great, and we loved it for the time. But we always felt we could do a little bit more and something a little bit more special if we had the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, actually, I was trying to rustling around in the background. Yeah, I have Joe Quesada did some amazing art. The blister card looked really cool. So, guys, I think we all know what we are building our way to over the years here with that history lesson. So, earlier this year at our Fan Media Day down in New York, we concluded our Legends presentation with a teaser featuring Jubilee. And I love the comment that people were saying it's going to be a giant Jubilee HasLab, which is not quite, but that was pretty funny. And then a couple of weeks ago, we had our first Fan First Friday event, talking Spider-Man vintage and other type of effects. And then Dwight had probably the largest Easter egg ever in a presentation, the gray piece down there. So you know where we're heading with this. So through great partnership with our friends at Marvel, we are pleased to announce the HasLab Marvel Legends 2020 project officially, and we worked on a fun little video that we'll let do the talking for the next 60 seconds. So cue that video.
Are you giving us a slow cat clap?
That was the medium clap. I should have started slower and built up to it. But yeah, how exciting is that, everyone? We hope you were blown away about that reveal. Only a couple hours went into making that CG reveal there. But guys, we did it after all this time. How exciting is this?
It was so exciting to work on this project with you and Jesse and all of the rest of our extended team at Hasbro and Marvel. I think it's definitely going to be the pinnacle to a lot of people's collections, and I, for one, was super jazzed. How about you, Jesse?
Yeah, I just remember walking into Toy Fair, I think it was 3 years ago, and seeing the Java skiff up and just being like, what is this? This is insane. And then understanding the program, and then immediately we were just like huddled and making lists and going, we need this and we need that. So we had a good time. Ryan, I think you had just worked on this for over 2 years. And there were a lot of, to have the opportunity to sell something that literally would not fit at retail, is a really unique opportunity. And it's something I'm so excited about. 72 points for articulation. I think that is an all-time record for any company making any Marvel anything. So congratulations. But yeah, it's really exciting, and I can't wait to get one of these at home, and it's going to be amazing.
And then, Dwight, I think you have a sample there, right, to show people. You're the first one to display a Sentinel.
I do. I'm the one who makes you guys all jelly because I have the only painted version here with me hidden in my basement. And what I did with it is I'm going to do this little slow pan with my laptop over here and bring this a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. This guy is massive, and as you can see, he is going to be the centerpiece for all of your collections, for display, for play. He is the perfect action figure embodiment of action figure and diorama all mixed in one. Because as you can see, you can have piles of your X-Men climbing all over him, battling him. Everybody, any mutant is going to want to join up to try to take down this figure. And we got some pictures we'll show you in a minute, but I want to show you the proof of scale. Here is, here is the Toy Biz era right next to... so he's like his little child. He's like hip high child for this massive new Sentinel. And I don't know, man. I mean, the figure does a lot of speaking for me. It takes some of the pressure off of me because I think the thing is going to blow you guys away when you get it in hand, and take some of the figures off so you can see them a little bit better. This thing is just going to dwarf anything you've ever had in a collection.
It reminds me of a Comic-Con setup. Those 2 sweaty days building out the diorama that all the fans enjoy. We don't have a lot of play sets, dioramas, or vehicles in Legends yet, but this Sentinel kind of serves all that purpose. And I think it looks. Can't wait to get one too, Dwight, and start posing it out. I've got my X-Men lined up behind me, so that's going to be great. So you guys have seen the scale a little bit. We want to share with you some closer look images. So first up, here's our classic 3-turn view, front, back, and side, in the style of the official handbook for the Marvel Universe. You can see all the great detailing there. You can see how his fingers, all 5 on each hand, multiple points of articulation there, with the tentacle as well for scale. And then just again to get really specific on how tall he is, he measures in at 669 millimeters, which is 26.3 inches tall. But you compare it to the Sentinel that we did previously, the Days of Futures Past box set 1, and then you could just see the difference there. It just makes that one look like a little tiny figure there. Dwight, talk about some of the posability. We have some shots that our good friend Dave took for us, and he had a lot of fun posing them out.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to be gained from 2 years of development on the largest, most articulated thing we've ever done on the Marvel line. So, like Ryan said, we have around 72 points of articulation in this thing, so it has everything that you would expect from a traditional Marvel Legends figure, just super, super, super sized. It has a inverted ab crunch. It has double bicep elbows and knees. like I said, fully articulated hands. It's got ports in each hand. It has LEDs. It has tons of deco. And I don't think there's many poses you won't be able to get him in. And he's also just fully designed and detail realized all around this entire figure, from the top of his face and the details in his neck to the bottom of his feet with his boot thrusters. So there's nothing that we missed on this guy. We're super, super pleased, and I really don't know if I could be more proud of where the team got this item to, because everybody put in a lot of mammoth effort over the last couple years, and I really think it paid off big time.
Talk a little bit about that really fun 18-inch long accessory that will help the Sentinel capture all those mutants.
That's right. We have an 18-inch long accessory, which means the Sentinel's tentacle itself is taller than our previous Sentinel figure. And this is a massive wire bendy. We know you fanboys love your wire bendies and fangirls, so that you can wrap up all your other action figures and do all the cool stuff you want. You know, we talked about doing sculpted different variations, but we thought, let's give you, the fans, the creative control of doing whatever you want with them. So yeah, he's got a massive tentacle that you can use to wrap up one or two or maybe even three action figures. We got Wolverine on the screen. I have a Deadpool hanging upside down at my house. So you can have a lot of fun with this massive piece, and it can plug into either of his primary hands.
Yeah, so there we have the offering there. Jesse talked a little bit about it, the kind of the history of this. So just for kind of a behind-the-scenes look, yeah, we've been working on this project for well over 2 years. We had a couple of different stops and starts. We wanted to get it right. It's a lot of fun sitting in these meetings talking about the types of things we could do. We considered a lot of options before deciding on the Sentinel, and we did so because, you know, 2020 was shaping up to be the year of the X-Men for us. We have our movie X-Men figures debuting for the first time. It was the first time going into the Age of Apocalypse with the Sugar Man wave. So it was a really big year for X-Men. We had looked forward to, you know, doing an all X-Men diorama at Comic-Con to share with you guys. Having so long a runway on this has really allowed the team to explore different aesthetics and solve for some of the engineering challenges for such a massive figure. Dwight and Jesse, why don't we talk through a little bit about what particular model, if any, and inspiration is behind this design of the Sentinel?
Sure. And actually, there's one thing I forgot to showcase here. On the big guy, he's not just a standard figure. Oh, he's got a couple of awesome LEDs in his chest. So, my little buddy, I can just hug him all day. He's so cute. But you push on his reactor in his chest, and his chest and eyes illuminate. So I'll get my big, ugly head out of the way. So you can get looking left and right. He's got some pivot up and down. And I can't fully pose this model because it's just a model, it's not production. And I don't want to damage my little friend here. But it's got some awesome detailing in and under his reactor plate, as well as the ability to turn the lights on and off just by the press of the chest reactor. So this version is heavily inspired by the House of X Powers of 10 comics. That was one that, I think that's one of the reasons why I'm most happy, Jesse, that it's taken us a while to get here. Because when we first sat down and kicked this off with you all those months ago, we had a lot of discussion of just what's the perfect version of a Sentinel. And you had done such a great classic with some modern twist look to yours. And ours was a bit more of the Hasbro version was a bit more of the Origins classic kind of animated look. You know, we were trying to find something that really bred Sentinel, but was still special and new and stood apart and as something that looked, you know, unique and definitely worth the scale and size. So when this book came out, we were like, wow, this one is gorgeous. It reminds me so much of a classic Sentinel, but it has all of that modern little tech and detailing and a lot of spaces yet to be determined what goes there, which gave us some freedoms to kind of fill in some of the gaps from the artist, this amazing art, and just kind of interpret it as we needed to make a fully functional action figure.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, we got lucky in that, this project, thank you, Ryan, cascaded into a point where this series of books came out by by Marvel and Hickman that were just revolutionary. It was a brand new breakthrough for the X-Men brand in general. So for them to come in with such a fresh look, not just the X-Men but particularly the Sentinels, it kind of for us. So we got really lucky.
And the cool thing about this book is you also can't forget that we have a House of X Powers of 10 wave of Legends coming next year as well. So about the time that this guy's going to be ready to ship to your house, you'll have a whole pile of new mutants and mutant hunters to fill out the rest of your toy ranks. We got some brand new characters in that wave and some awesome updates of some of your favorites.
Yeah, and a great Build-A-Figure.
The House of X wave. So yeah, get ready, guys. We really pulled out all the stops to try to make this HasLab Sentinel the ultimate Marvel Legends troop builder, and we wanted to include a standard 6-inch figure with it, kind of like the previous set. But we weren't sure what to include. Right? We kicked around ideas like Shadowcat, a Wolverine, or what have you. But something we learned from the Days of Future Past set was that for those fans who bought several Sentinels to really army build out a collection there, they were stuck with a lot of the identical Days of Future Past Wolverine, which you really only need one. You're going to do with 3 and 4 of them. So we thought if we could take a different approach with the HasLab version, and Tony Colella, who you guys all know, the master model artist on Legends, had the idea to include a 6-inch figure that could also be a troop builder to itself. So what we were able to do here is include a first ever Legends figure, Bastion here, with an alternate head that if you had multiple Bastions lying around and you only need one, you can go and build several Prime Sentinels, right, Dwayne?
That's right. So, we know you guys are all going to go out and support this thing big time, and I'm sure you guys are going to buy 3, 4, 5 of these things. Whatever you have for the space on your shelf. The cool thing about these guys is in their size. Not only do you get a cool Bastion and a male Prime head, but you buy 4 of these, you got an end table. You can make these things into whatever you want. You can make them in. You get a few more than that. You can turn it into a little crib for your child. They can all hold hands around your younglings. There's a lot of stuff you're going to be able to do with this massive figure. And then, got the super creepy Bastion figure to go with it, once he can get my big mug out of the way. So he looks pretty cool, really creepy, really pale and gross, because he should be. And then we have an alternate Prime head, so you can, troop build this guy as well. So
yeah, so that picture on screen, if we want to stay on it for a second. So let's recap the total offering here. You get a 26-inch plus tall, fully articulated Sentinel with LEDs in the eyes and chest there, as Dwight demoed. It has an 18-inch tentacle bendy wire to wrap up mutants, and then it comes with one 6-inch scale normal size figure Bastion with the alternate Sentinel Prime head. And also something that we arranged in working with our friends at Marvel Insider. You guys know Marvel Insider. It's the loyalty program that rewards fans for doing things they already are doing by interacting with Marvel on a daily basis. You can earn points and redeem them for cool rewards, things like digital comics, app game kind of unlocks and bundles for Contest of Champions and Puzzle Quest, things like that. So each Sentinel backer will receive 70,000 Marvel Insider points. And redeeming these points will also unlock a digital copy of X-Men number 14 from 1965, I believe, that featured the first appearance of the Sentinels. And you can use these points on any of those rewards. And actually something that I'm pretty excited for to offer is that a 1-month trial subscription to the Marvel Unlimited subscription program is 75,000 points. So just by backing HasLab, you're basically already there if you aren't already a Marvel Unlimited subscriber. So thank you to Marvel Insider for helping us out with that. And these points will be sent out via a code once the project is funded at the conclusion of the crowdfund period. So I know you're all wanting to know some of the logistics here. So the price on the Sentinel is $349.99, which includes shipping to the continental U.S. And it's going to be going live today, if it's not already up there, very soon. And our crowdfund window here will conclude on August 24th. And we need 6,000 backers in total to bring the Sentinel to life. When it is, we will begin shipping in fall 21. And then thank you for any international fans tuning in all around the world. we did want to just throw it out there that this initiative in the U.S. and Canada is only available through HasbroPulse.com, but we're working hard to partner with retailers in other select markets who may also be participating in this program. So stay tuned for more information and your local retailers on that end. And guys, we just really hope that all the X-Men fans out there, all the Marvel Legends fans, really end up loving this item as much as we enjoyed working on it. And because of that, we wanted to build in some incentives into this. So we have this mapped out ahead of time. So as a bonus, for each additional 1,000 backers, there will be an unlockable add-on piece or feature or something that all the backers will receive at no additional charge. So that's 3 additional tiers. We need 6,000 to get the project, to bring it to life, starting at 7,000, then 8,000 and 9,000 backer level. There'll be something else we'll throw in for everyone. So we will reveal each of those tiers as the threshold is met. So the faster that all the great Marvel Legends fans in the community bands together to show their support for this project, the quicker we can debut those bells and whistles. So that was a lot to go through. Definitely check out the Hasbro Pulse product page. It has everything we talked about with a lot of images and a lot more information. Jesse, Dwight, any additional closing thoughts here?
Thank you for doing this. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys having me here. Dwight, Ryan, it's great to see you guys. Everybody at home, be safe, wear a mask, and stay healthy.
Yeah, and for me, I just realized that the backers ends really close to my birthday. So for all of you guys who support this, I'll consider it you guys all giving me a birthday present, which is just, I'm sure that's really high on your list of, what you're trying to accomplish with this. So, it'll be a birthday present to me once this thing gets greenlit and we can actually make this massive thing. But it'll be a birthday present that the Hasbro team will be able to share with you. So it kind of, it's a full circle, amazing, wonderful thing. He's awesome. I hope you guys love him as much as we loved working on him, and I hope you guys all come out and support him in a big, big way.
That's right. So thanks for tuning in again. Show your support. Back the Sentinel. Stay tuned to the Pulse. We've got a lot of great more, Fan First Friday type events and reveals going on in the next couple of weeks and the next couple of months, so stay tuned. Unless we have anything else, we'll wrap it up.
I think we're pretty... Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Ryan. In all this carnage in my office, I realized there's this... under the Sentinel's foot. Look at this. Just found this thing. A little book.
Oh, it is. It's tiny.
Something. I know. It's really tiny. It's got some, I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Weird.
Little book.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Pretty freaking amazing. So some of my thoughts. Well, first off, just to let you know, I did edit this a little bit. Obviously I added a few overlays and pictures, and I cut out some of the dead space and some instances where I had some background noise playing. I tried to eliminate some of that and break this down where it was just about 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes. But here's my thoughts in no particular order, just some things that I jotted down after watching the live stream again here and editing it. So first and foremost, as you saw, it is up for you to back the project right now, and it's already almost at 3,000 backers, so they're already halfway there. Will I back the project? Of course. You guys know that Marvel Legends is my favorite toy line, and to own a Sentinel that is actually in scale with the 6-inch figures is amazing. I think it looks very good. Like most of us predicted when we saw that leg that was teased a month or so back, this thing is over 2 feet tall, so it is massive. It dwarfs any other Sentinel that we've had in the past. I really like that. 72 points of articulation. My man Rick was talking about certain things with the head and neck and the abdomen articulation. We're not really sure how the final product is going to be, because what we saw Dwight messing around with there was just a prototype basically, but it seemed like it was very heavy. The fact that it's going to have the LEDs and the lights and stuff like that is really appealing. But the price tag is kind of steep, considering some of the other HasLab things that have got backed previously. A lot of people are saying that the price should be around $200, $250 to really get people to want to buy multiples, even though I don't think it really matters. I think even at $350, people are going to go and buy the max. So the limit is 5. I guess 5 per household, but I guess if you got a different card and name and address and stuff, you could finagle whatever you wanted to. I see already that Big Bad Toy Store has bought up a bunch of these already and put up pre-orders at $500 a pop with a $100 non-refundable down payment. So that's pretty crazy. The shipping seems to vary according to where you are in the United States, and it looks like the shipping is only like $40 to Canada, so that's cool. It's supposed to ship in the fall of 2021. they teased that little 18-inch retractable, well, not really retractable, but the 18-inch coil bendy wire accessory. I assume that at each tier we're going to get a lot of different things. So right off the bat, you get the Sentinel and you get the Bastion figure, which I think is great. They mentioned that it was somebody else's idea to have the Army Builder within the Army Builder, but you guys know I've been pushing for that for a very long time, an all Army Builder wave. Now, this is not quite that, but I do feel like at the different tiers, we're going to get other accessories or characters that could be Army built, basically. So we got the Bastion. You can Army build Bastion along with the Sentinels. I'm thinking they'll do something maybe with the Nimrod Sentinel. There's an image that'll pop up here that comes to mind about other things that may be packed in at the different tiers. So 6K, 7K, 8, 9, and so on and so forth. They'll be revealing different options or different add-ons that you'll get. I love the fact that they based the design on the House of X, Powers of X story. They talked about that when I met with them at Toy Fair, or was it New York Comic Con? I don't remember, but they mentioned how Dwight had mentioned how he was reading the story. Him and Ryan, they had just finished it at that time and that it was great. And I had asked if they were going to do characters based on that. So the Sentinel is based on the designs from that storyline. And if you haven't read that yet, you need to get on the ball and go read that ASAP. But they also mentioned that they're going to do a House of X, Powers of X wave with a new Build-A-Figure. So that seems very interesting, and I'm sure it will tie into Sentinel somehow. And I'm sure we'll see some of those newer characters and some of those characters that we've never received in figure form in the 6-inch line. I also like the fact that if you back the project, you'll get some points that you can use for other things like comic books and other things on their website. That was cool. But again, I'm just going back to the price. I do think it's very steep. Me personally, I have to have at least 3. I have to. I just have to. If I am able to, I will get the 5. I will get 5, and I think I would be happy with 5. But I'm definitely on board for at least 3, even at the $349 price mark. I think we'll probably get another sort of bendy wire coil as an add-on in one of the tiers as well. So yeah, man, this thing is looking great. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm hitting the 30-minute mark here. Let me know what you guys think. Let's talk about it in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down there. And until next time, peace.